What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode we're exploring a new manga, Mobile Suit Unicorn Gundam Testament. In this story, we jump around through Universal Century as we see key moments. We see it through an interesting perspective. If you're a fan of Gundam development and history, this might be the manga for you. In this episode, we will focus on the Delta Gundam, along with the Jim, Dom, and Zaku history. We also get a look at the full armor Gundams throughout history. So let's get into this. UC-0093, Char Aznable attempts to plunge Axis onto Earth. The man who pilots Sazabi is said to be the true son of Zeon Daikun. He helped free many from being weighed down by gravity. UC-0087, the man named Char wanted to live by the ideals of his father without needing the privilege that comes with it. This is why he donned the name Quattro Bagina. He fought for Spacenoids based off of the ideals of his father. He helped usher in the Rick Diaz, a representation of the next step in mobile suit development. This is thanks to both the new Gundarium Alloy Gamma and the movable frame. For more on this, check out our coverage of Zeta Define, Zeta, and the return of Johnny Raiden to get a better understanding of development history. Maybe throw in Char's deleted affair as well. This allowed for the development of mobile suits like the Hyakushiki and the Mega Bazooka launcher. This also made its reappearance at the end of Johnny Raiden. We see the final battle between Quattro and Haman, with the Hyakushiki remains drifting off. You see 0079, we see Char and the Jiang, a man at his wits' ends. A person who tried to seek vengeance for his family. He wants his soul to be free from gravity, but he too is weighed down. The death of a cosmic space bird is what sets him off on a different path. The man named Char continues to be bound by his birthright. We then see Char and the Zagak infiltrating Jabril. This was Zeon's stunning achievement in amphibious mobile suit technologies. But during this battle, like many before, he was thwarted by the Gundam. We go back to the beginning of OG Gundam. An injured Cassius Palo is frightened just by hearing the name Char. Char became a legend amongst the people in the MS-06 Zaku, Zeonic's pride and joy. With a 30% increase in power output, this is the mobile suit that turned Char Aznable into the Red Comet. UC-0096, a signal of more fighting to come. The Sinanju launches. The pilot is said to be the second coming of the Red Comet. It seems that the person observing Universal Century is someone that exists in a sort of amniotic fluid, deep underground on the moon. A new program is being developed. This is the Delta program. They begin running simulations. The omniscient presence continues watching. The Delta Gundam takes on a few Hyzaks. The MSN-001 Delta Gundam is a transformable mobile suit under the Zeta project. However, due to the lack of strength in the transformation system, it wasn't viable, and they decided to opt out of the transformation mechanism, which turns this mobile suit into the Hyakushiki. We will learn that the real reason is because Anaheim Electronics didn't want to give EFF too much power. However, this will go on to be the basis for the Delta Plus. Weapons include 60mm Vulcans, the same beam rifle used by the Hyakushiki, and a shield which stores its beam saber. As more mobile suits surround the Delta Gundam, the movable frame gets an error while transforming to Wave Rider mode. The reason Delta Gundam wasn't adapted was because of an issue with the transformation mechanism. We are seeing this happen in real time. UC-0087, Quattro is talking to Ashtonage. Both are looking up at the Hyakushiki. Ashtonage says that it is called the Hyakushiki because it will last 100 years. But that is just marketing talk to deflect from the fact that they couldn't deliver on the Delta Gundam. They hit a wall and were provided an inferior product than what they wanted, albeit still one of the best. They need something on the level of the Rick Diaz. The flexible binders of the Hyakushiki made it superior in speed and agility. Whoever is watching this refers to this as their genesis. We are seeing a mobile suit's perspective. That's a lot to unpack. I'm just going to ignore the existential questions and keep moving forward. His existence allowed for the birth of his siblings. This is the full armor Hyakushiki Kai, the Hyakushiki Kai mass production type, the Hyakushiki Kai, and the Hyakushiki Kai ground type. The MSK-100S Land Combat Hyakushiki Kai, or ground type, is an improved variant of the Hyakushiki Kai for ground use. This was mainly used by Kuraba against the Titans. Where the Gem 2s and Nemos fail, this unit shines. The Land Combat Hyakushiki Kai has water and dust-proof seals. This unit can fight in the streets, in the forest, land marshes, deserts, etc., and can even work underwater for a short period of time. Weapons include 60mm Vulcans, a beam saber, hand grenades, a through-tube missile pod, a beam cannon, and a shield with a grenade launcher. The 100S Full Armor Hyakushiki Kai is the Kai equipped with additional heavy armor. The Full Armor Hyakushiki Kai wields a long Mega Buster, which is a huge rifle based on the Mega Bazooka launcher used by the original Hyakushiki. Other weapons include a 2-tube missile pod, a beam pulsar gun, 2 beam sabers, a Mega Particle Cannon, and a beam cannon. It has anti-beam coating as well. Speed is decreased due to weight. We broke down the Hyakushiki Kai and the Kai mass production type in Side Story of Zeta and Gundam Werewolf. UC-0092. Ashtonage is looking over the Delta Gundam data when Chan comes in. He tells her that Anaheim Electronics told them that they couldn't make this. Little did they know at the time that they didn't want the AUG and tangentially the Federation from getting too strong. Anaheim Electronics is no amateur when it comes to using human lives for financial gain. They are concerned that Char is going to drop an asteroid on the planet while they turn their backs. On the screen is the Delta Plus blueprints. Now they are certain they can build this mobile suit, but the Federation would never give them the budget to make it happen. Perhaps another time. We cut to the future where the Delta Plus has finally become a reality. We see it being operated by Riddy. UC-0096. The Battle of Palau. Banana is fighting when he runs across a Dryson. We roll the clock back to UC-0079, Earth. Testing for this unit started on Earth, and it started with the original Dom and the Black Tri-Stars. After training, they head back to the Dobde. Gaia mentions that operating the Dom is like gliding in space. It is the perfect unit to pull off the jet stream attack. During the Battle of Odessa, the Black Tri-Stars faced the Gundam. Amado took down one of the Tri-Stars. After that, the Dom lived on in space as the Rick Dom. UC-0083. We see variants like the Dom Tropin and the Tropical Test Type on Earth as Zeon remnants continue the evolution of the Dom in their own way. In UC-0088, we see the evolution of the Dom in the Dawaj, which went up against Judo and Double Zeta Gundam. Back in UC-0096, Banana takes on one Dryson. He unleashes a Gatling gun onto the Dryson, destroying it. But it seems that death is not the end for this Dryson. He joins his Dom brethren in Dom Heaven, where the eternal battle awaits. The Earth Federation forces have become an unyielding force that is unstoppable. Some equate it to the power of God. December 31st, UC-0079. The Federation unleashes their new gems onto a Baoku. Zeon proclaimed themselves as false gods, but the force of the Federation put a stop to that. The 4th team advances on the Zeon front, or should I say the immortal 4th. We see Moncha, Alpha, and Chap swoop in. Above comes their commander, Lieutenant Burning. He praises his men. While fighting, the team spots the Gundam on the battlefield. The Gem looks on as they witness the machine that bore them. This was merely the start between the Gundam and the Cyclops mobile suits of Zeon. UC-0083. We see the fallen angels of the past. These are GPO-1 and GPO-2. Both sides are being tested physically. We cut to the second colony drop during the Delaz conflict. Conflict breeds more conflict. UC-0084. The cycle of violence continues as the Titans are born. Their attempt to thwart conflict only grows more conflict. But during this time, the Gem has only grown stronger, while the Zaku line of mobile suits do the same. UC-0093. Char's Rebellion. The pinnacle of the Gem line, the Jagan, goes up against the pinnacle of the Zaku line, the Gyaradoga. They fight until both units are swarmed by a green cosmic glow. The two forces both attempt to stop Axis from falling to Earth. UC-0096. The Fat Unicorn, also known as Alberto Vist, has Marita Cruz as his new type prisoner. He is looking at the UC project. He looks over the data. During this generation, the Zaku lives on in the Girazulu, while the Gem lives on in the Jesta. However, while these two line of mobile suits have been fighting, there has always been a Gundam that led the path. On board Londo Bell's ship, the Rockeye Loom, are 12 new Jestas ready for testing. On board the Nahil Argama, Takuya is talking to Banana about the full armor designs for the Unicorn Gundam. Also, Minerva is there as well. Banana gives Takuya a hard time, but the mechanic Mr. Gibney suggests he cut his friend some slack and try out the full armor design. We cut back to UC-0079, where the full armor variant began with the Heavy Gundam. The Heavy Gundam goes up against the Perfect Jion. A Heavy Armor Gundam can throw as much armor as they like, but neither the mightiest weapon nor the most impenetrable armor can shield the warrior's soul, whatever that means. UC-0088. Pudu-2 is in Queen Mansa going up against Judo in the full armor Double Zeta Gundam. In UC-0093, Amado goes up against Alpha Izeru. Back in UC 0096, the full armor Unicorn Gundam launches. Banana is as powerful as an entire fleet. The Gundam breaks through the front lines and attacks a Musaka-class ship. Banager faces Angelo in the Rosen Zulu. He also had to face off against another Unicorn Gundam. This is all done in the name of power. And that will do it for this episode. This is an interesting manga that tells a story that we already know quite well in a unique way. This tells it at an omniscient, almost godlike manner. The story seems to be told through the eyes of the Gundam as though they are alive. There is even a Dom heaven in this manga. It uses hyperbole to obnoxious levels and speaks of gods and monsters. What I'm trying to say, this is essentially Zack Snyder's Gundam. Next time, things don't just get metaphysical, they get multiversal as we go beyond Universal Century and into other Gundam universes. This one is about to get weird, while also kind of staying safe. It's kind of on the fence. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, everyone should strive to get into Dom heaven. Peace.